What's up guys, it's your boy Milano Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today's episode 31 of the AC Milan vlog series, so here we go.
To help us, Dragovski.
Well done, young man. That was grass in the morning. Now go for him. He try to shake my hand. I'm on.
Match day 31 in the Italian Serie A would take place between Milan and Juventus. Now, the last time Milan and Juventus met, we suffered a loss. That was in the Serie A. The last time that we met in the Coppa Italia, those two games also ended up in a draw. So I think that Milan would want revenge, and I've been plotting on this revenge for quite some time. Juventus was not at full capacity. They did not have Paulo Dybala and they did not have Matthias de Ligt, who were both out because of suspension due to yellow cards. Getting into the fixture, Milan had just defeated Lazio 3-0. They drew to Spa before that, but relatively Milan looked like they're treading in a positive direction. Lineup for the game would go as per usual: Donnarumma, Conti, Kjaer, Romagnoli, Theo Hernandez, Benacer and Kessié, which is a really good partnership brewing. We had Paquetá, Rebic, and then Salamakers and Ibrahimovic at top. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the start of the game, I feel like it was quite even. At first, we had an opportunity in the 8th minute from Alexis Salamakers, but then after that, it seemed like we started to let Juventus settle. We started to let them create attacks. We started to let them string passes that they wanted to string. And Juventus's first opportunity came from a free kick in which Bernardeschi put in a cross into the box, and Bonucci almost got his head to it. Ronaldo would then create an opportunity later inside of the box, cutting onto his right foot, in which Andrea Conti luckily got a block onto that shot, ending up in a corner kick. One of the takeaways from the first half was that Paquetá is not the best defensively. We were crying for Paquetá to get a start, and he finally got a start. And although he did have a few glimpses of positivity in the first half, he was not the best defensively. He did get a yellow card. His tackling isn't the best. He's not the best defensively aware. He and Cuadrado are similar. They like to use skill moves, and Cuadrado did get him at one point. Ismail Benacer would also receive his first yellow card in I don't know how many games, but that wasn't really a yellow card in my opinion, but so be it. Before halftime, Ibrahimovic would score an offside goal off of a pass from Paquetá. Had he timed his run perfectly, it would have been a perfect counter-attacking opportunity, but the goal was ruled as offside and it was taken off. At halftime, Milan and Juve were 0-0. Milan had 51% possession, 3 shots, 3 on target, 86% pass accuracy, and after the half, Hakan Çalhanoğlu would come off the bench to replace Lucas Paquetá. Now, I think that this was the first step of turning things into the positive direction. Stefano Pioli is no tactician, he's no wizard. He just made the right moves, he made the right calls, the right substitutions, and it really paid off. So after that, Rabiot would trail through Milan's defense. Now, I don't know why Milan's defense just stood there and let Rabiot run through their side of the pitch, but it did happen. He did pull off a clever move to get past Theo Hernandez, but it seemed like nobody closed down on him on time, and in the 47th minute, Adrien Rabiot was strike for goal. He went for a placement, no power, beautifully placed, 1-0, and then you start to hear the groans, and it's like, here we go again. This is the Milan that we know. They're gonna lose. Not long after that, in the 53rd minute, a beautiful cross coming from Juventus, in which Ronaldo would get through it. Romagnoli and Kier making the first mistake in quite a long time in their defensive pair, both trying to go for the same ball, ended up just clunking each other, leaving Ronaldo wide open. Ronaldo one-on-one with Donnarumma, doesn't miss, doesn't hesitate, makes a goal. Juve go up 2-0 at the 53rd minute from a goal from Ronaldo. Now at 2-0 down, you think as a Milan fan, the game is over. There's nothing we can do, like, you know, turn off the game. Juve might score 3 or 4 at this point. But this is when things change. Bonucci would then have a handball that was called by VAR. Originally, before that play, there was a cross that was put into the box. Rebic had the ball touch his chest, and it bounced off his chest into Bonucci's arm. But Bonucci would pretend like he didn't do anything. Rebic would scream at the referee saying that it was a handball and get a yellow for simulation. A couple minutes later, there was a VAR check. VAR check deemed Bonucci as handball. Bonucci, per usual, snake, pleading for innocence, just trying to not be guilty. In the 62nd minute, Zlatan Ibrahimovic steps up, and when he stepped up to take the penalty, he exchanged some words with Ronaldo, but Milan have a goal back. Now, you're like, Milan get a goal back, can they come back? Kessie would then score off of some brilliant play inside of the box. He just got past the Juve defenders, made space, created the space, and he just took a shot and it went in the net. And honestly, when I saw Kessie get into the box, I was a little bit worried because we know that Kessie doesn't have the best of finishing in the final third. Sometimes he gets confused in the final third. But I remember just screaming, shoot, shoot, shoot. And Kessie shot and it ended up in the back of the net and I lost my mind. So now Milan are back 2-2 in the 66th minute. And you're thinking, can Milan actually win this? Can they muster some courage to actually win this? Leao, who would come off the bench to replace Alexis Salamakers, would then score a minute after Kessie scored. Now, building up to Leao's goal, there was a counterattack on the brink in which Rebic was taking in control of that, cut down into the box and just took a shot, and it ended up in a goal. That is well played, advantage play from the referee. Awareness from Leao. Like, wow, that was just amazing, amazing play from Milan. Milan are up 3-2 at the San Siro in the 67th. Bonaventura would come off to replace Zlatan after that goal, and this is where the momentum shifted again because Pioli made the right decision. I believe it is Alexandro who would try to put in a cross to the other side. Rebic would have a thunderous strike past Wojciech Szczesny, giving Milan the 4-2 win. After that goal, you just knew that this game was in control. Milan scored 3 goals in 6 minutes. It's just wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Donnarumma would make a beautiful save in the 77th minute from Daniele Rugani's header off the corner. Daniele Rugani put in a low ball that was headed straight into the palm of Gianluigi Donnarumma. Beautiful save from him that honestly could have been that 3-3 that we were worried of. When Milan had the 3-2 lead, I was like, we need a 4th one to settle this. And lo and behold, Juventus made mistakes. Milan playing beautifully with the high press. You know Rebic is really good at that high press. He puts those players under pressure and those players sometimes crack. So it all worked out. In the 82nd minute, Conti would come off and to be replaced by Davide Calabria. Rebic would come off to be replaced by Rade Krunic. I just think that this game just showed you that Pioli knew what he was doing. He made the right changes. He adjusted his team rightfully. For us to score 3 goals in 6 minutes and 4 goals in 1 half after playing a decent first half and going 2-0 down in about 10 minutes of the second half, the first 10 minutes of the second half. Very, very amazing. Hakan did have an opportunity nearing the dying embers of the game in which it was a free kick. The ball bounced off and hit Wojciech Chudny, which ended up in a corner kick. But at the end of the game, Milan would come home with the victory with a big fat stinking 3 points, shutting out Juve, causing an upset as I predicted weeks ago. You can go back in my videos and check. You can check my Twitter. I called that Milan would pull an upset against Juve. Although they did pull an upset, it's not the way that I expected it, because I'd expect that Lazio would have won against Lecce, but Lazio actually ended up losing. So now we're currently sitting in 5th place in the Serie A with 49 points. In our last 5 games, we've had 4 wins, 1 draw. We've scored 15 goals and we've only conceded 5 goals. And those 3 goals that we conceded was when Simon Kjaer was not playing. For me, the man of the match was Franck Kessié. Just absolutely amazing game for him. He did really well winning the ball back. His second goal to get us to 2-2 is really, I think, what changed the momentum of the game. Not saying that the first goal didn't help that, but once we got that second goal, we started to believe in ourselves and we dictated the pace of the game. We took control of the game. Franck Kessié had 90% pass accuracy, 6 long balls, 3 successful tackles, 2 successful dribbles, 1 aerial duel won, and a goal. Words cannot just explain how amazing Franck Kessié has been in these last couple of games. He's really settling into his role of winning the ball and just passing it off and letting the attack build up and create. It was really nice to see him get into the attack today. I was a bit scared, I can't even lie, but really good game from Franck Kessié. Really good game for his partner Ismail Benacer as well. He had 60 passes, 97% pass accuracy, 1 dribble won, 2 tackles won, 1 interception, 4 accurate long balls, and 6 out of 8 aerial duels won. You know, this was just a beautiful game for Milan. Happy for the win. We're playing Napoli on Sunday. I think Napoli, we're coming for you next. We're not playing any games. We're trying to really solidify that 5th place spot. A win against Napoli would do that for us. But honestly, if we take a draw at Napoli, I wouldn't be so disappointed. But I'm really hoping for a win. But that's all I have for you guys. Forza Milan and peace.